Ladies and gentlemen, the Third World War will not be presented tonight as scheduled so that we may bring you the following live presentation. The Third World War will be rescheduled for a later date. But now, here's... This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. How are you all out there on the other side of the computer monitor? Hope you're good. Let's get straight into greeting everybody who has come in. So let me find my list. Oh, Andrew, the 156 variety. Andrew, welcome in. Randall Ellison, nice to have you here. Tom Couples, always great to see you. Alan, awesome to have you stopping by, sir. Thank you. Hey, Randall, glad you're here. And Ethan Armitage, welcome. Leslie, more great stuff last weekend. Tim JD, one of the pillars of my universe. Jean Ricard, another pillar. How are you doing, sir? And let's see, I got Tom. So Gus Hadley is here. Greg, Midsummer Rails is here. And anybody else? Wigwag Workshop, hello there. Hope everybody's doing fine. So that is all the names I have seen so far. I don't know if Joyce is listening in. Hopefully Joyce will be joining us today. She had a school project she had to attend to last week, so she could not join us as usual. Well, we'll bear that in mind. So yeah, this is going to be the last Friday live stream for a while. If I do anything from the United Kingdom, I can't guarantee it would be Fridays at the usual time. I mean, technically, it's about 9 o'clock in the UK right now, so there's no reason I couldn't do a live stream if Joyce and I are back in time. But obviously, I wouldn't be running trains. It'd be more just a check-in and chat with people. Hey, Clive, glad to see you. Welcome in. But next week, Friday, my nephew is getting married, so I have a wedding to attend. So I will not be able to do my live stream. I have yet to decide if I'm just going to wait and do it Saturday, but that will be the final episode. The Matt Clarke finale will be sometime next week. Stay tuned for announcements on this channel. It has been a very hectic week as I have been finishing packing up my room. At least my stuff. I still got boxes of things I've got to bring home because, I mean, I don't think you can see behind me, but I've got bags and table. It's all on the floor. I've been moving things around so you can't see it. The countertop is covered. I've got boxes shoved under everything. 36 years of stuff because the career ended. Yesterday was my last official day teaching. Today is a thing they call senior skip day, where all the last year students get to skip and go do whatever they want to do, and all the other grades are supposed to report to school, but all the other grades skip too, so you don't do any teaching today. And then Monday begins exams, and I'm not giving exams. I've canceled all my exams, much to my students' pleasure. I still have a full day of work on Monday, but again, it'll just be random students trying to finish projects, do makeup work, and whatever else. So Monday is technically my last school day because that's the last day I would see students. Today was the last official school day. Monday we have an afternoon exam, but kids come in to various classes to turn in any missing projects or work. It's sort of like a last chance to turn your work in day. So I will see students on Monday, and then I am supposed to give an exam in the afternoon, but I've canceled my exam. So I am technically my last actual day standing in front of a classroom teaching was yesterday at 2:40. That's when I finished my last lesson. So it's really weird. It was really weird because the other day some teachers on my side of the building rushed in my class first period. I was trying to go do something out in the hall real quick before I started teaching. They grabbed me and like, no, you got to come in, and they gave me some cards and a big gift certificate and we miss you, which was not what I needed at the start of my day because that's very emotional. Because I've tried not to think about it. I mean, it's always there. It's looming. Every day, everybody walks past to go, oh, one more day, then you're done. But I don't. It's, to me, I've always been just focused on the present. I'm focused on today. And now I've run out of todays. They're all yesterdays now. So it's a little weird. Monday is going to be really hard. Because it's not only hard because I'm retiring, but that they canceled my German program that I kept alive for 20 years. And they just kind of threw it all out the window and then say, oh, by the way, box up those 400 textbooks and the associated materials and make sure they're ready to go. And I'm like, Hey, Lee, how are you? Yeah, so I would like to do at least one more live stream before I go to the UK, just so I can kind of go over Joyce and my itinerary. Now, we are still waiting to hear from Bear Lane Stephen Price. He says he's been telling us everything's booked, but we need confirmations. We need confirmation numbers, and he has been so busy. But Joyce has hit panic mode, and when Joyce hits panic mode, she starts hitting the panic button on me. Hey, Kiwi Dave, how are you? Joyce wants to know what's going on. But we leave for the UK June 1st. We arrive June 2nd. We're in London for a couple of days. And then we're going over to Cardiff. We're going over to Cardiff. And we're going to spend, basically we spend 4 days in each place. So Cardiff for 4 days, then we're going up to Bangor for 4 days, and then over to Liverpool for 4 days, Edinburgh for 4 days, down to York for 4 days, and then back to London for 2 days before we leave. Now, according to Stephen Price, we have a meet and greet set up at the York National Railway Museum. Now, I don't I certainly can't brag about it when, like, YouTube groups suddenly announce they're going there and they get 20, 30 guys to all come and meet and all the big names in the UK model railway community. But he set up a chance where we have a room set aside for us on June 22nd. Now, Joyce and I will be there most of the day, I assume. We will be at the York Railway Museum most of the day. I forget, I think he said somewhere like around 1 o'clock we can go into this room and everybody can sit and they'll have like a sandwich shop or something open. I don't have the full details yet. That's why Hey, Raymond, how are you? You never miss anything. Hey, Mark at Hemmeldown, nice to see you too. You never miss anything at this channel. You all know that. It's just more of the same. That's why membership and everything is just kind of completely stalled because I don't do anything different. I'm as predictable as sand in a desert. Let's get some trains running. Let's see, are you ready to go? Okay, I do have the Railjet out. Let's get everybody going here. Now, I did park on my double-deckers, so I apologize to all you who love the double-deckers. And I'm going to start this one forward, but I'm going to hope I can run them cab reverse after a while. But most of the trains I'm running are trains I haven't run in a while. So that's kind of the theme. The only thing I didn't find a way to put on was I did not put out the Beethoven Taurus. I toyed with putting them on with the Austrian Railjet, and then I changed my mind and decided not to. Hey, you're running the wrong way, dude. And I gotta change your, there he goes. Okay, so he's good now. And let's get the last guy in motion. There he goes. Let's get his lights on. So I am running the Austrian Railjet. Oh, and I'm on the wrong camera. Sorry about that. There, that's a little better. I'm running the Czech Railjet and the Austrian Railjet. I am running the Czech EC, and that's being pulled by my new Class 101, the little red locomotive you may have just seen. Hey, Joseph Agliato is here. Yeah, I keep screwing up the date. It is the 22nd, according to my itinerary, because I said the 22nd, then I said the 23rd, and then I looked it up, and it is indeed the 22nd. It is the 22nd. But again, if 3 people show up, I'll be surprised. I mean, it's the middle of a week. It's hard to get to. Hey, there you are. Glad to see you. You went to a car show, but now you're here. That's cool. Car shows are good. I've been to many a car show in my day. Let me see if I can open this up real quick here. I just won't see the camera. 22 UK and 2022 UK itinerary. Are you going to open up? Okay, this is the old one. It doesn't. Yeah, Wednesday, June 22nd, the meet and greet. Yep. Wednesday, June 22nd. So that is now firm. So yes, Wednesday, June 22nd. Welcome in, Tim. Timber Surf. Well, the problem is I was on somebody's live feed yesterday, I think it was, and half asleep, and somebody meant, yeah, Brian Finn was doing, from Finnerton Central, was doing a live stream in place of Mark from Donegal Dad. And he mentioned me coming to the UK and then asked when the meet and greet was, and I typed in June 22nd, and then because I was just got off work and was frazzled and really tired, and if he hadn't been on, I probably would have taken a nap. I said, wait, no, it's not June 22nd, it's, oops, it's June 23rd. And then I corrected it, or I looked it up after I got off the line stream. Yeah, it's June 22nd. So it's been, I could repeat half of what I said on the live stream last week. It has been unbelievably busy for me. I usually have a bit of downtime that I can work on things, and I spent a lot of time last week just getting all those scenes that I posted this week. I just want the Matt Clarke stuff done before I go to the UK. So I got all those scenes done before last week's stream, and I just thought, oh, what the heck, let's just post them. Because Joyce is like, you won't be done with Matt Clarke till July, and I'm like, I want this done before we leave. I've got other projects I want to work on. I've got some songs I want to do, and Matt Clarke has been, it's been a much bigger part of life this year than last year. Last year, at this time, I was already done with Matt Clarke. The last episode of Matt Clarke was May 14th of 2021 of Series 1. The last Matt Clarke was May 14th, 2021. And so I posted a video right before the big finale ended, and I talked about how I am a writer. I mean, I've been a teacher and I've been a myriad of other jobs, but deep down, I've always been a writer, a creative writer. Whether it was stuff in high school and I was writing silly stuff, or essays and blah, blah, blah. I've just always been a writer, and I've been what I consider a good writer. Got a book published years ago. It didn't sell, so nobody else thought I was a good writer, but funny thing is, when I took my book to book shows and did readings, I would get standing ovations and get a lot of commentary from the other writers. And then I'd sell 5 copies of the book, and that was it. It was like, okay, never happened. The Fowler car is definitely in the offing. I do have this kit I got a while ago. I got a new kit. I'm going to expand the Fowler car, and I've come up with a plan B in case redoing it doesn't work the way I want it to work. But either way, I will have an operating Fowler car system. It just may not have the cool buses pulling in and stopping at the bus stop and then departing again, as it originally did for about 2 weeks. Well, actually, it lasted, I think it was 3 weeks before I ordered that Arduino controller set that Fowler sells, where you can control it all and run it digitally from your central station or your computer. And that's when it all went to hell. And that was over a year ago, and that's when I quit with the Fowler car system. I should have left well enough alone, but I wanted to do something cooler. I wanted to be able to operate it here, and I just could never get it to work again. Whatever happened, maybe it fried out all the motors, I don't know, but it was depressing at the time. But, again, I am planning on some major, well, no, not major. I'm planning on a couple of big deals. Oops. Did I not get him going? No, I didn't get him going. Why aren't you going, dude? Let's get you moving. There we go. That's right, you weren't like pulling. All right, we'll do that. That'll just keep the balance going a little better. Okay, so, hey, Andrew at March West, how are you doing, sir? Glad to have you. And I think I said hi to Stefan Skull. But I'm going to be doing some rearranging of some track up here, and then I will... A couple of people have given me some ideas, and with my retirement, money, I might be able to afford having somebody custom build my Delmenhorst City, the Rathaus, the town hall, and the water tower that goes with it. Hey, Lindy, how are you? Hey, Kai, Opa! Opa loves you, Kai. How are you? This is my daughter, Lindy. If you're new to the channel, that Lindy loves is my oldest daughter. Technically, my elder daughter, my oldest child. Got to do comparatives and superlatives properly. And Kai is my grandson, my awesome grandson. Whoa, what the heck is here? What is going on here? How is that been out of shape like that? And then, yeah, I will have time to really sit down and decide where I'm really going with the other side of the layout and start putting streets and scenery in. But I have to redo, I'm going to take out a bunch of these long, narrow Miraklin points and put in the regular points, realign the track into the Bremen train station, and then I can really start moving. But I've got a life ahead of me. I've never been in a hurry to do this layout because in the end, I just like running trains. I'm not an IT guy. My academic and my intelligence were in many other fields. I can build a house. I can do the plumbing, the electrical, and everything here, but I just was never into the, you know, the last time I built a computer was in the 1980s. And I just never felt the need to make my layout high-tech. I'm just happy having lots of trains running. I'm not about prototype. The only thing I'm prototype about is I like most of my consists to be fairly accurate. I like the cars and the locos to be something that I would see in Germany because that's what it's about. It's a visual. I'm not worried about having trash blowing across, having little micro pop cans laying on the side. I want to see the trains that I see when I'm in Germany. Well, I'm sorry I don't live up to your standards, Tim, but I used to do wargaming scenery, tabletop wargaming scenery, and actually I can do scenery quite well. I just haven't done it on this because I'm relatively on this and haven't really devoted the time to it. I like running trains, and I have other things I've been doing in life. Now I'll have some time. Yes, I did. What an amazing channel, Alan. You were right. What an amazing channel. Very cool. I subscribed to him. Yes, that was a really nice channel there. There's another channel. I don't know how many of you know. He's called Ambleford Junction. Now, if you guys know, what's his name? Lewis at Yorkshire Dales. Except I don't think he calls his channels Yorkshire Dales. But if you know Lewis, Moldy Raspberry, that's it, Moldy Raspberry. If you know Lewis at Moldy Raspberry, Ambleford Junction's layout is very reminiscent and just as quality as any channel out there. Ambleford Junction's got an amazing layout, and he's only got 400 subscribers or so, which I find just shocking for as good as his layout is. But Moldy Raspberry, is one of those channels I just love to watch his production. I know he pipes in the sound and uses real sound and not the model sound, but who cares, you know? Um, he posted today. Usually he posts on Thursday, but last week and this week again he's posted on Fridays, which means I've got a crap load of videos to watch today. Alan posted this week, and I saw that. So again, advertise your channels here. It's I just like the guys that don't have you know, it doesn't matter your skill level. The people that just enjoy what they do without being so about it. The guys that just, they could be the best modelers in the world, but they're not out there going, I'm king. And that's what I've always loved. But yeah, so the UK trip is coming up. It's heavy on our minds. We're still waiting. Pierre, bonjour, mes amis, bonjour, bonjour. Ça va? Comment ça va? To some degree, I think all modelers, there's one thing you're a rivet counter with. I am definitely would never call myself a rivet counter, and anybody who watches me knows that. I like running my trains. I don't need fancy, elaborate, but if there's one thing I am a rivet counter with, it's like my regional trains gotta have the right cars. They gotta have the right consist. You know, the regionals and the IC2s have gotta have the 4 cars plus the Steuerwagen, locomotive 4-car Steuerwagen, the control cab. My railjet's got to be 8 or 9 cars. My IC has to be 8 or 9 cars. My ICEs have to be 8 or 9 cars. Although the IC4 is supposed to be 12 cars, but I couldn't fit 12 cars on this layout. Although, well, Joyce will be pretty jealous about that, Pierre. I don't know much French. I used to know a bit more than I know now, but nowadays I can just say hello, thank you, and all that stuff, the basic necessities of polite society, and then I can cuss you out in French, and that's about it. I am more of a rivet counter when it comes to obviously what I do professionally. I'm a rivet counter about my job, teaching English or German or whatever. I'm a rivet counter about that. I'm a rivet counter about my writing. I am a rivet counter when it comes to my, you know, like even the Matt Clarke stuff. I'm still seeing, many of you may see it, many of you won't, but when you finally watch the finale, those of you that are following the series, there is one plot mistake. One little, well, technically 2. One is not really a plot mistake, but it's more of a, but there's one little bit I did where afterwards I said I did not tie that loose end up correctly. It's sort of a time reference or something like that where I couldn't go back and fix the original scene and blah, blah, blah. And it's just, it drives me crazy. And Joyce is like, nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know. And I'm like, I know. I have not run trains on carpet because I ran mine on the kitchen table when I got my first train set back in 2015 for Christmas. And then as soon as we had to do New Year's dinner, it was gone. And so Joyce and I ran to the box store, the hardware store, bought some wood and some plywood, and I built a 4x8 table, and then it just kept growing. But Yeah, I mean, I threw a lot of Matt Clarke out there this week for those who follow the series. Would you guys? Did you guys enjoy Daisy going off on the Kahat? That was the episode. Was it? It wasn't yesterday. Was it the day before? No, maybe it was yesterday's. And yes, you all found out who the benefactor was. If you hadn't guessed last week's episode when we revealed the benefactor's lackey, then the benefactor was also revealed. Joyce liked Daisy beating up the Kahat. Joyce liked that. Now, there was actually more to that scene, but I cut it out for some time compression, where the Kahat was going to be a little sadistic, and we just elected not to go with it, and I cut it out. Joyce did not know I was going to add the little Tweety Bird bit on it. Joyce didn't know I was going to do that. In fact, it's been so long since I read these scenes to Joyce that the last 3 episodes, she's watched them like, I don't remember that. So it's been new to her. But, yeah, speaking of running on the carpet, once I clear some space here, I'm going to be setting up my Eurostar down here, and it'll probably be a floor model for now. Who's Joyce? Joyce is my wife. She is the other half. The better half, in some regards. The better looking half, for sure. The better singer, for sure. But I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with Mayor Sumbish trying to learn very quickly how to speak Hep. Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah, you dig it. The Kahat, he told me to change your orders, right? You dig? But I've mentioned it before, but just to throw some stuff at you, Series 1 had 34 characters with at least one line. 31 out of 34 had multiple lines. Series 4 had 34 speaking characters. 31 had more than one line. And each one had a different voice. Series 2 so far is up to 70 characters who have had at least one line. That's double. And there's been more characters than that who just show up. I mean, and that's not even counting the flock with their amen. I've done so many voices now. Some of them are blending, like the Colonel Ahead, Mayor Sumbish, Matt, and Major Wiley Sumbish. They're all basically the same timbre of voice. They're all basically made the same, and I just try to put more vibrato in the throat or a little bit more slang for one than the other. But Matt Clarke and Mayor Sumbish are roughly the same voice with just slight difference in accents. A bit of a Texas accent and a bit of a Kentucky accent. And then the male's got a little bit more vibrato in his voice. He's got a little bit more that in his voice. His voice lilts a little more and has a little more bouncing in it, vibrato, where Matt Clarke is just straight ahead and that. Now, Smokey. Yeah. Series 3 already has has a basic plot, but I don't want to be thinking about Series 3. I really, I finished writing this 2 or 3 weeks ago. I finished writing it, and then I've just been making all the cartoons. And I am still making the series finale. All the voices are done. Joyce and I did all the finale voices last week. And I still have to, I just have to put it together. But I'm about a third of the way through the finale. And I'm hoping to have it done by tomorrow night. But we have joked. There's a part of me that really, just because of my love for European trains, it will not be Series 3, but I'll either do it as a special, but I really like the idea of doing a Matt Clarke in Europe. I have really been liking the idea of Matt Clarke in Europe. Yeah, Jean Ricard. Now, in case you people didn't know, the benefactor, the face of the benefactor is an altered picture of Jean Ricard. It's finally been revealed this week so that now we can talk about it. But I cleared this with Jean Ricard months ago. And I told Jean Ricard, the only people who know more about the Matt Clarke series than me and Joyce, well, I shouldn't say no more than me. The only people who know more than Jean Ricard are Joyce, me, and my daughter, my oldest daughter, Lindy here. She kind of knows where Matt Clarke is going. But I shared some stuff, and Jean Ricard still has to maintain his vow of secrecy on some things. But yes, it was all along that Stanley Steemer introduced in episode 1 of series 2 is the benefactor. He's the guy behind the Kahat, or at least he thought he was the guy behind the Kahat. And what is now being revealed over these last 4 episodes is there's been a double-blind betrayal match. Who's going to betray whom last? Because that, I put up a poll there, and I did get, I think, 20 people to vote in, which I think was great. I've tried to give the Kahat some great lines, because I'll write a line and I go, ooh, that's a cool line. Too bad I'm using it in a comedy. Okay, will do. Well, that's what I was thinking, George. And by the way, welcome in, George. Is just to get all the characters over there. How would I get all the characters over there? How do you justify Smokey, Diesel Dan, Donna Lott, the mayor, all the core characters? How do you justify all of them being in Europe? They can't all go on vacation at the same time. So it'd either have to be Matt Clarke and a couple of characters on their own, or because I figured Matt Clarke would run into some parodies of Hercule Poirot and some of the other famous European police detective shows. Hey Jerry, how are you? Yeah, and a lot of American guys right now, and some Canadians are over at Strasbourg having that get together. Joyce and I really wanted to go, but unfortunately, we had to keep the credit card and money cleared for our trip to the UK. We really wanted to go, and we had a couple of things come up, and it just... I mean, yeah, he could be traveling with Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, but again, that wouldn't explain why all the other characters are over there. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Joyce might yell at me for calling it a spoiler. I don't think we're done with Reverend Saltine. We're done with him for this series, but he may make a comeback. There's a little plot twist in my head that might have him coming back next series, the Reverend Saltine. Hey, Kyle Stevens is here. Nice to have you coming in. Yeah, we got a small group today, but it's been shrinking. But anyhow, you know, so the going back to talking about the benefactor, Stanley Steemer is, in case you didn't follow the plot, he ordered the Kahat. The Kahat needed somebody to help distribute his opium. The Kahat needed somebody to help distribute his opium. Rail was the way to go. So they've already mentioned it. There was a meeting in San Francisco before this series began where Stanley Steemer and the Kahat decided, hey, I will help you spread your opium if you do me a favor. I need you to start a war over by this town called Big Gulch. I need you to start a war here. Now, what hasn't been revealed is specifically why Stanley Steemer wanted that war started. That part has not been revealed. But he also wanted the Kahat to kill Miles To Go and Wilbur Farr from the Far To Go Railway Company. And the Kahat elected not to kill Wilbur. He needed Wilbur and kept him alive. And the reason he kept Wilbur alive was to help with part of his schemes, which included betraying Stanley Steemer, because he always planned on betraying Stanley Steemer. And of course, Stanley Steemer always planned on betraying the Kahat. These are two very deviously devilish men who don't like partners. Well, of course, it's the 1890s where Matt Clarke lives, so I don't know that they had buses yet. Oh, that's absolutely true, Leslie. That is absolutely true. Nobody would really know. But again, why was the mayor traveling along? Because he's still the mayor. I mean, I'm trying to work on some ideas that might explain, or maybe I just bring a small selection. But Lil definitely would go. You'll find out why in the finale. There's a couple of major surprises. Now, of course, this episode didn't have the big cliffhanger the way the second to last episode had last year, where the Black Mamba was blown up and was everybody dead? You know, of course they weren't, but, you know. Hey, Paul, how are you? And, so, Stanley Steemer, even if you paid attention to today's episode, when Matt Clarke shows up, what are you doing here? You're ruining my... And Paul Patine's like, shh. Ixnay, 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 Stanley. Think about it. Think about it. Shut up. You know, because Stanley Steemer's about, I got your badge taken away. How are you with another badge? You know, and Paul's like, shut up, shut up. Oh, there we go, Lynn. The itchy crotch develops a time portal. Well, now we're just going to go sci-fi, and that puts Matt Clarke in the future. That would be Series 5. And I don't know how long I'm going to go with Matt Clarke, to be honest. Considering that the views of Matt Clarke this year compared to last year are much lower, you know, that's where Netflix cancels you. You know, they notice a significant drop in viewership. That's where they cancel you. You know, last year's episodes averaged in the 100s for the first 6 or 7 and then dropped to 80 or 90. This year's episode started in the 100s, and then the last few barely break 50 views. And not a lot of likes. And, you know, it's same old, same old. But I tried to get... Yeah, but Lynn, you know, you live in the city that had the first Sister Cities friendship started in the 1930s. Toledo and Toledo, Spain, the first Sister Cities. Yeah, trust me, I've been brainstorming all these ideas too. And I've thought of doing a Sister City one. There's one I don't want to mention because it might give away plot details for what's coming up in the finale and that. There's a lot of reasons, not the best reasons why they might all be over there. And that's what I'm waiting for, is like when I can come up with a really good reason why they would all be over there. Hey, Steve Childers, how are you, sir? Nice to have you here. But, yeah, so Stanley Steemer is a character that, see, and the problem is, John, you know it and I know it, and I don't want to share that information until after the series finale. I want it to be a surprise in the series finale, so I gotta just be careful what I say. But yeah, Stanley Steemer is an evil tycoon. And the question is, who is the more wicked tycoon? Who gets away with the final betrayal? What made me go to Europe was I was in charge of a student exchange program. In the year 2001, I was teaching 4 periods of English and 2 periods of introductory German at Libby High School here in Toledo, Ohio. In the summer of 2002, I was offered a chance to teach full-time German at Bowser High School, the school I'm now retiring from. And hey, it was across the street from my house. My oldest daughter was going to start in 2002, so I thought, heck. And within 3 weeks of starting at Bowser, we had a delegation from the city of Delmenhorst, Germany, they were visiting all the school systems. My level 4s gave them a tour. They watched all my classes. My level 4s, they interviewed my level 3s and level 4s, and this was the first year I was dealing with these kids. And these people came back 3 weeks later and said, we like you. Would you do our exchange program between the city of Delmenhorst and the city of Toledo? Because we had just become sister cities in the year 2001. So I had never been to Europe. I had never been on a plane. The only foreign country I'd ever been to was Canada. I'd been there a few times. And immediately we put it together and we started the exchange program in 2003. And I ran the exchange program to 2016. 2016 was the last time I took students. And then 2017 17, I couldn't get a group together, but Joyce and I had already put the money aside, so we said, what the heck, let's travel to Germany on our own. And then we couldn't get the group together. We could not get enough kids to go in 2018, so the German school said, it's over. We took a small group in 2016, couldn't get a group together 2017, 2018, so they canceled the program. They said, you're obviously struggling. And so it ended. I hear footsteps. It's a wifey poo.
It is. Really today.
All right, well, you're early. That's cool.
Figured you wouldn't mind.
Oh, never. Never would mind.
So,
Let's get your camera on you. I got. It's been a long day. Are you there? Are you there? There you are. There. That works. There you are. Center stage.
Center stage. I don't want center stage.
So, yeah, whoops, let's move that over boop, 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 where people will actually hear you.
Right, because they sure are. So, hi, everybody. Hi, Sean.
But, yeah, I've got
Hi,
a backlog. I've got a backlog of songs
Hey,
I want
Ellen.
to work on, and we really got to start
Hi,
getting ready
Tom.
for our
Yeah, I'm
trip.
early. Hi, Paul. I take car garage. I like your first name. better.
Stefan.
That's Stefan. Okay. Hi, Raymond. Joyce is in the basement. So, yeah,
I'm
Hey,
keeping
yo.
her out of the living room.
we're hitting the end of the year. I really thought I'd get a little bit earlier, but always, oh this, oh that, oh this, oh that. But yeah, it's earlier. I got everything graded and stuff, so I had to put it in. So I will be done with all grades Monday. The weekend I'll probably put my social studies in. So hi, Leslie. So let's get in there. We are down to the
Yeah, my
down
check.
to the last week.
My check
Hi,
locomotive
Timber
is
Surf.
really running badly.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, White Walls. Younger than ever, you say. Just keep that coming, I guess. So I saw you were talking a bit about the Matt Clarke. That was a really good one today, wasn't it?
Do you remember what happened?
did. Well, yeah, I watched it at work.
Okay.
I have it closed captioned, and I was writing down some of the other things they were saying. I forgot them. A lot of times, Master Kahat was MasterCard.
MasterCard.
Or he was coming across as God. Instead of cat, I think it was God.
Your daughter.
So, he says, "Oh, yay!"
Not in words,
Not
but
in
yeah.
words, yeah. It'd be nice if we could start talking. Hi, Lindy Sweetheart.
Kyan!
Hi, Kyan. Oma loves you. Mwah.
Now, I'm not into that man cave business.
No, it's his train room. It's just the best we're gonna have, and that's all we need. There should be basement music for me. Hi, Kyle. Oh, wow, that's a little weird.
Hail to the chief.
I know.
Oh, Britannia!
I'm not the queen either. So,
No, what?
no, you know. We need Cashmere from Led Zeppelin. That's what I want.
Oh, that's, yeah. Her theme song's Kashmir from Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be her theme song,
That is
too.
very cool.
She's a rocker.
I am a rocker.
Figuratively and literally.
For sure. Y'all know that. Anyway, how about y'all hit that like button?
Yeah, and I get a
And
lot
go
of likes
back on
either.
the stream and hit the like button on that too, because I only saw about 15.
But,
He all needs his fans. You gotta feed the artist. That's
But-
my line, and I'm sticking to it.
yeah, but like I said, I had that contest about some of his badass lines, and it's
Right.
always, I understand why people went with the one, which was actually the first one he did.
Right.
I want you to cut it out. Oh, but I am here to cut it out. Cut what out? Your heart, you know.
Yeah.
But I really liked the, I needed you to get me here. But now that I am here, you're no longer needed.
Okay,
That's
Kyle.
a very, very...
Yeah.
That was a very...
Okay. I don't think it's Rocky, though.
Ganesh,
You are my sunshine. Aw, Sean. You're such a flatterer. I know where I stand with Anthony.
oh, dirty Maggie May, though they drag her head away, and she'll never walk down Lime Street anymore.
Oh, dear.
Oh, the judge, he guilty found her.
Oh, dear. That doesn't sound right
Dirty
to me
Maggie
at
May
all.
would be her theme song.
Dirty Maggie May. I don't think so. It's
But
I'm thinking the wrong one.
but they did it. I told them you liked Daisy beating up the Kahat.
Oh, of course. But
You know-
clearly it was with her feet because her hands were.
Yeah, she was
bound.
supposed to be tied, chained to a wall. She was supposed to be
You weren't
chained to
finding
a
the
wall.
effects for that?
And again, when you're doing,
Yeah, the still.
and you don't have a
Stills.
picture of that woman tied up,
Yeah.
you got to throw the words in there. Also, just like if you really watch the very low quality work here, how the Kahat inches closer
Yeah, he
in
gets
each
a little
picture.
closer to her. Yeah.
And then she finally says, well, you just made a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, what mistake have I made? You just got too close. Wait. And that's supposed to be with her feet.
Right.
She knows, Daisy
you know,
holds her own.
Daisy's very talented that way. Yeah, no baseball bat indeed.
No baseball bat for her in that
But
case,
she
no.
could hold her own, and she did and would and could and should.
Although, so did Lil.
That's true. Although Lil did the hiya, and Anthony said, make a grunting noise for it. I was not doing hiya again.
Yeah, Joyce complained that her hi-ya sounded too much like Miss Piggy
Miss
when she
Piggy,
did Lil.
she would always
Because that was
"Hiya."
another vote we did. I was surprised it was so lopsided in front of Daisy, because I thought a lot of people decided Lil was the better choice of woman. But
Lil
no,
is-
you all went back to Daisy.
Lil is the girl next door.
The girl next door who likes to play games.
Whatever, but she's
Those
still
are the
the
best
girl
kind.
next. Yeah. Where you got Daisy.
There is-
We're talking Ginger Mary Ann here.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. Daisy's Ginger and
Well, I use that as a comparison where
Yeah.
there's two girls in a show and you got to pick which one you like the best.
well, no, but I'm just saying you got the flashy one and then you got the one not so flashy, but
But Mary Ann
in
wins.
some ways just as tough.
Mary Ann wins most of those.
yeah,
In the
I know
world,
she
Ginger
does.
loses.
I know that's because people like the girl next door.
Yeah, but here-
the Mary Ann's are
but here-
unattainable.
The girl next door lost.
I know.
See, you're doing all the arguments saying why
Well, I know.
Will should have
well,
won.
well, she
I'm
should
saying,
have.
but she lost.
I know, but that's because she's a character and neither one of them are real. So neither one of them are attainable, right?
But I'm just saying, the only difference between Lil and Daisy is what?
What'd you get from the Satellite of Love?
Oh, that was my membership for 1 year.
You have a 1 year
That's the Gizmoplex.
Do you have to pay him again?
After the first year, yeah, it's like $12.99 a month or something like that.
Yikes.
Hey, Joshua, how are you?
Hi, Joshua.
Welcome in. But Daisy and Lil, there is no difference in them. In terms of sexuality, there is no difference. Daisy's just not so over the top as Lil is. When you listen to all the
Daisy's
interplay,
gotten around a bit. where
Daisy's
Lil-
probably had a lot more lovers.
Lil is a little more faithful.
Lil is more monogamous.
Yes.
I can grant you that. But when you listen to all the stuff that Lil talks about or Daisy talks about with the mayor from series 1 and series, there's no difference between all the little things that she and that Lil and Matt talk about. Where Matt's like, shh, not here, Daisy. What was the first thing Lil said when she meets Matt in season 1? you know, she doesn't
Didn't want
need
to
them.
be in the bed bugs. There goes the teacher's pet out the window. How'd you get there?
But no, in series 1, the first thing she says is, I wish you could retire so you could come back and live with me at the ranch and we could play salesman and the farmer's daughter like we used to.
Oh, man. Anyway, what
In
else?
case you haven't figured it out, the whole town of Big Gulch are pervs.
Yeah, they sure are. They're all saints.
They're all saints.
Okay, not according to...
Even the horses are pervs, if you haven't picked up on Goliath.
Oh, snap. Oh, man.
That may go down when this series is over as one of my favorite scenes. You know which one I'm talking about? The one you giggled at because you didn't know I did that?
One with Daisy?
With Daisy and
Yeah,
Goliath at the
right.
end. Wait, Smokey? You know, she's Daisy's at Smokey.
You can take my horse.
You can take my horse and use the riding crop. You don't have spurs. You don't have spurs, so you'll want to use the riding crop. Honey, I don't need to use the riding crop. No, but Goliath likes it.
Are you quoting Kyan, Lindy?
Goliath likes it? That's Kyan typing, I'm sure.
Kyan's probably typing, yeah.
And so he says, no, but Goliath likes it. And Lil goes, Goliath likes it?
Likes it?
Smokey, we need, and to go with that running joke, Smokey, we need to have a talk.
Is Smokey? Smokey's too young, although, you know, he was peeking in at the
Oh,
dancing
no,
girls.
Smokey's a perv too. He started off always sneaking around, staring through the windows at the girls changing clothes. He grew up in a damn brothel. What do you expect?
Yeah. I think he's a little over his religion, so it's all good.
All right, take care, Kyle.
Bye,
Thanks for
Kyle.
stepping in. We appreciate it.
Hey, hit the like button on the way out.
But, yeah, Smokey, but anyhow, to finish that thought up for the umpteenth time, Lil's like, Smokey, we need to have a... And then Goliath goes, oh, but I do. And Lil's like, wait, Smokey?
Did your dog just...
Did your horse just...
Yeah, okay. That
And
makes
Smokey's like,
sense.
no, he did not, with an elbow at Goliath. No, he did not. He didn't say a thing. And then Goliath, but the funniest bit to Joyce was Goliath giggling.
Yeah. He giggled on the way out. Yeah.
So, yeah, that may go down as one. I don't know.
It's not
You know, for
perverse
me, it was very
television.
easy to pick. You know, my top 5 or 6 favorite scenes from series 1.
Right.
My favorite funny scenes. I still love my brother. Where's my brother? Based on the size of the explosion, probably Kansas
Kansas,
by
yeah.
now. That will always be one of my favorite little lines. This series, they've all been more subdued. There's been running jokes, but they're not the blatant over-the-top running the jokes like Series 1 had. They've been very subdued.
Yeah, did you catch Daisy wasn't happy? She was cold.
Yeah. The scene again, that was yesterday's
White Walls
scene.
is
That was
writing a new
yesterday's
scene
scene.
for you.
That was yesterday's scene where we took that running joke and flipped it. But you do seem happy to be here. No, darling. I'm just cold.
I'm just cold.
With all those, you look cold, ma'am. You look cold.
Those were the men from Sex. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit
Preachers
nipply. I
from
mean,
Sex.
nippy outside. They go to Bizarro World. They go to that Spider-Man Bizarro, or not Spider-Man, Superman Bizarro World. They meet their opposites. If they want to meet their opposites, they would just go to Dodge City and, what was the old TV show? James Arness, Gunsmoke.
Okay.
Yeah. These guys, their opposites is Gunsmoke. Oh, that's more that 90-degree turn.
You like that, so.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah. But like through Series 1, Series 2, and the Christmas special, there are subtle running jokes. Like the Madame Donalot joke was a running joke in Series 1. The It's Lil Damn It was a running joke in Series 1. We haven't really gone back to it. We've played with it, like when the two guys stop Lil after her show before she gets kidnapped by the Reverend, where they're like, whatever happened to Nancy? We're still doing the name confusion, but it's not the It's Lil Damn It.
Can't be that far.
You know, that joke kind of ran its course as a running joke. It ran its marathon, and we retired it. But there's little subtle running jokes, and like one of them is there's constantly referencing shows in Denver. When you meet Dan D, the Adam Ant character, all dressed up as the pirate, cowboy, red coat, whatever guy, he looks like one of those, you know, Five Finger Bill says, he looks like one of those guys from a show up in Denver. And then a Christmas special, somebody says, that reminded me of those guys in that show in Denver. And then in Series 3, somebody just made a joke about, I haven't seen anything like that since that show in Denver. So what's going on with shows in Denver that... and then the other one is the...
Mike Walls is having fun here, writing his own.
Yeah, he's got it going here.
Bye, Timber Surf.
No, what was the other? Oh, the Genie joke.
Right.
It was mentioned a few times in Series 1, once during the Christmas special, and twice during Series 2 here. Because there will be a Christmas special. I've got a title for it, but I don't know if that's going to be the actual title.
Yeah, it's a working title.
It's a working title. Because I haven't got a plot yet.
He's working on that, too.
Well, only slightly. I enjoy writing it. It's a little harder to enjoy it if I don't think people are really digging it, and it just feels like the response to Series 2 hasn't been as strong as Series 1.
It hasn't been. Hit the damn like button and watch it. Sorry.
Goodbye, Timber. But yeah, it's been a... There's less slapstick in it, although I tried to get back to that with yesterday's episode a bit, where the idea was to show the Kahat is starting to get...
He's losing it.
He's losing it a bit. He's got everything neatly planned, and now, partly because of Stanley Steemer's attempts at betrayal, but also because words got out, he lost his temper there with Donovan. You know, he's always so very mellow. Ah, Donovan. You know, even when he's unhappy, Donovan, I am not very happy. But he lost it, and he smacks Donovan a couple of times, and that's, you know, kind of implying he's starting to feel the pressure. Things are not working well. You know, it's so hard to do when you're doing two-dimensional, although even as cheesy, and it's meant to be completely cheesy, the special effects, it takes a lot of time to put those together.
Sure does.
Sometimes it's multiple layers.
Yep.
But, you know, people say, well, why don't you just go and find movie clips and do that? Do you know how hard it is? Because I have actually been using some live-action footage in the series this season. The bar fight had some live-action footage in the background. The cavalry attack was live-action footage. But it's hard to find pictures. You would think Google it, Google Images, Bing Images, whatever.
Hi, Pierre.
He's back. Well, you know those Frenchmen, even French Canadians, they've got to have 2 rounds.
Yep.
Yes, I have traveled through dimensions. All three of them.
Space. Yeah.
No, length, width, and height.
Gotcha.
But but this story, I mean, if there was a problem with Series 2, is that what happened was I had two plots I was working on and couldn't decide which one, and then I accidentally brought in what was going to be the original plot for Series 3.
Just tootle at you. Not that close of friends, dear.
She doesn't know you.
Yeah.
So, so Series 3 wound up having three plots that I had to wind up. Because originally, I think I've mentioned this before, it was just going to be the story around the, originally it was going to be Reverend Saltine. That's why the hints were dropped in the Christmas special. That's why Reverend Saltine shows up and is mentioned in the Christmas special, because that was going to be the original plot. But very quickly, when I began to sit down and write Series 2, the Kahat character came up. And of course, I had the background story of Stanley Steemer being in the background, manipulating, and originally he was going to be behind Reverend Saltine as well. And what is Stanley Steemer up to? But Stanley Steemer was going to be the background heavy. And we'll have to watch the finale to decide where that's going to go.
Hey, you better behave yourself, Pierre.
Let's see, I forget which Chinese, isn't it? The one I know is Ni Hao. That's all I know. Ni Hao. But yeah, that new 101 is running really well. He's running really, really well. And he's pulling the EC cars. So, and there's a lot of things I cut out of all these episodes. I mean, I was writing so much that, and it's ridiculous to think that, like, Series 1 was 2 hours and 40 minutes, just the stories, you know, with a beginning and an end. You know, if you added up the 18 episodes, it was more like 3 hours. But when you take the opening intro and the closing titles off of each episode and did it as one movie, I think the movie came out to 2 hours and 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. This one is clearly over 3 hours, and there's no way you can make that a real movie.
Yeah, it is too long.
But it's heavy on the words, because you have to tell the story through the words. You can't do the action. We need to change subject. No, you want to change subject, Jean Ricard.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
He retracted that message about his wife.
Yeah, he did. Well, no, he was trying to ni hao you. Translate it. What am I looking forward to? I am looking forward to meeting a lot of people. I am looking forward to the gorge stuff and
over by Cardiff.
Yeah, Cardiff. That's gonna be fun.
There's a gorge walk and a kayaking center, and she's really excited about that. You know, stuff we could go do 2 hours from here, but
I know. Anyway, and I just really want to see.
Well, that's one word 3 times, Tom.
I need to see the places.
Japanese is konnichiwa.
I love seeing how people live in other areas and just get a feel for, you know, architectural types. And
she's looking forward to meeting all the train geeks that want to exchange the British railway system to us all.
Huh?
I said, you're looking forward to meeting all the train geeks from the UK
Yeah.
who want to explain the UK train system to us.
Oh, now I'm with you. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Good.
And she's dreading my train shopping.
Indeed.
I am picking up an A4. I'm
Okay.
going to pick up an A4 Mallard. It will be a shelf queen.
What's the point of having a shelf queen?
Because it's cool to look at. You don't always have to play with something.
Gotcha.
All those up there. Those haven't been played with, but they're up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
play
Because
with
they're
them.
cool.
Yeah, all right.
No, I got the ones to play with over there.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are to be displayed. All the different Dodge Charger variations.
Yep.
Ta-da! So all those Hot Wheel Dodge Chargers, and all two from every model year in different colors. And then my favorite year, the 73, I've got all the different variations they were printed in. And then you've got the Dodge Stealth and the Dodge Viper, another Dodge Stealth. And then yeah. And then Dodge Darts. Different iterations of the new Dodge Charger.
He doesn't need a shelf queen. Yeah.
Jean Ricard. Stop taking her side. This is about trains. And you're supposed to be on the side of trains.
I think that's where he was going.
She's a shelf queen too.
I'm not a shelf queen.
No, you're not a shelf queen.
I don't sit on a shelf.
What kind of a queen are you?
There for your display.
I could argue against that point.
Shut up.
What?
Shut up.
Why, dear?
Shut up.
Why?
You're done.
Am I?
You are.
Am I really?
Yes, you are.
I don't think so.
You better be. I'm
You better
leaving.
be.
I'm
You see, I brought
leaving.
back 2 more bags
I'm
of stuff
leaving.
home. I've got so much crap to bring home. I need
Yeah.
some place to put it.
Well, I still think
First thing, even before I start working on the
give it away
layout,
to a baby.
when we get
science
back from the
teacher.
UK, shelving there, new cabinetry over there, and going through the closet to expand that a bit. But yeah, new storage. I'm getting an A4 Mallard. End of debate.
Yeah, I suppose.
And I might get a GWR 800 if I see one I like.
I don't know that I really think we're very typical, though, but 5 models, railway shops, and shuffle.
Oh, I plan on...
It's nice to have fans.
Hey, Karen,
hi,
there you
Karen.
are. How are you? Yeah. Right, Empress. Right.
Hit the lock button, please.
Yeah, we haven't even broken 20 likes.
I know we
I
haven't.
told you, we have died. We peaked and we're on a downhill trend.
Nice people in
Netflix would cancel us. There you go,
Good
Your
thing I'm
Majesty.
not. Good thing.
I'm sorry, Tsarina. Kaiserin.
Have we damaged your pride?
Are you kidding, Shorty?
I don't think it fits.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit.
If it doesn't fit, you must quit.
Indeed. I think you could say to you. Okay, we're getting the scissors later.
What?
We're getting the scissors.
Oh, is that bothering me?
It is
I meant to
very
shave
much.
it, but I didn't.
Very much.
Very subdued, but today was kind of like last day.
You don't have Monday? The half day?
Monday
The
is,
short periods?
yeah, short periods. Half the kids won't be there.
Yeah, a lot of them.
I had several kids tell me goodbye today because they weren't going to be here Monday.
Gotcha. Hi, Colin.
Mr. Dodge, I had a lot of fun with you. And I just want to say, hope you have a nice summer. I was like, you're not going to be here Monday? No? Okay, well, you have a nice rest of your life, honey.
Yeah.
Hey, Colin's here too. All right.
I
Colin's here.
explained to my kids they have a test on Monday. So, one of my students, Chris, I won't be here Monday. So, really? Yeah, we're going to Florida. I said, well, you can take it Tuesday. I won't be here Tuesday either. And I said, great, then you'll take it on Friday. He says, we don't have school on Friday. No.
You do.
This Friday. So he took his test today. He got a B on it, so he did all right.
Give
It
her a
was pretty
tear.
funny. He was going to take that test one way or another.
John
Now-
Ricard, are you familiar with the English phrase brown nose? You are kissing so much butt, she's going to have a hickey on her ass.
Oh, no. That's not attractive. Your collection of hats, too, man.
Yes, I had to bring them all home too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I've got the ugly cap too.
The ugly one?
Well, these were East German Air Force.
Right.
This was East German Air Force. I bought these all for like $5 back in the day, and we used them on the one play.
Yeah, I know you
We,
never
but we
play.
bought them in Berlin.
Yeah.
East German Air Force.
No,
Commies.
Tommy's a dude.
But this is the one. This is the faux pose.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah, the faux pose. Outside of the, what was it? The Stasi, which was the secret police.
Right.
These were the most hated people in East Germany. The
Yeah.
faux pose. Volkspolizei. Faux pose.
Yep, yep.
The Stasis didn't get you, the faux pose did.
It's really windy.
Is it? Yes, it is.
Yeah. Holy moly. I had to take my badge off. I kept going.
Yeah,
And it's
see,
hot,
the thing
and
is,
it's
when we
humid,
go to
it's
Germany,
gross.
when we go to Germany, we have very specific things we know we're going to see, and
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with it, so I can really give her background detail. This is where we're
Sure.
going, this is what you're going to see, and then I show her the pictures from online. And with the UK, we're not as definitive.
Yeah.
We are, there are things, you know, it's like, it's very vague. Like in Germany, I wanted to go to Freiburg and see this, this, this,
Right.
and this. I want to go to Aachen and see this, 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 and this, and this. With the UK, it's like, I want to go see Beatles stuff. I want to go see castles.
Yeah, we found it maxed out. But when we were looking at the hotels, we noticed this fun place to go to. So, yeah, we'll go see Cardiff Castle and we'll play. What the heck? Jackie came home. They kind of found out what was wrong.
Well, I thought they found out yesterday what was wrong.
No,
Oh, okay.
it was something else.
Always
So that's
something.
good. Yeah. Well, hopefully this is it. And she's back on the mend.
Yeah, she's been in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Well,
Hey,
she did look
hello,
for a while.
Edward. Nice to have you here.
Hello.
Am I jealous
Happy
that she
Belly.
gets all the compliments? No. No, I'm not really jealous that she gets all the compliments. Because I give them to her too. And it just reinforces. Because like if I say, Joyce, you're beautiful, she's like, you have to say that. David Attenborough is going to be in a dinosaur documentary next week. Is he going to talk about when he used to film them live? Attenborough's old.
Yeah, he is.
He's so old.
It's kind of funny. So we had a fire drill today.
Oh,
Sherry caught wind of this fire drill and sent me a text, but with all the family texting, did not catch it.
Oops.
Yeah, we were playing a game. Kid was just getting, because I do the blocks. So kid was getting ready to put a block and beep, beep, beep. Like, okay, go right, because they're not used to leaving in my room.
Yeah, because Pico is re-releasing an AC version of the Railjet, Czech Railjet. But yeah, you can see this guy he is struggling more and more.
He's acting like he's going uphill.
Yeah, well,
And
that
you can
lane
definitely
is.
see
Well, there's
there's
a
a
little bump,
hump.
but no, if you watch, he's supposed to be going about
Yeah, I saw that.
80
You
miles an
got him
hour.
on
He's supposed to be going about 80 miles an
got
hour,
him
90
jacked
miles an
up,
hour.
I can see
and
that.
he's not going.
But he speeds up, I think, going down. Yeah, he'll speed up right around the corner here.
Well, I think some of it is that lane really needs clean, because that's going
Oh,
to be.
you haven't cleaned your track, and you need
I
to.
haven't cleaned this track in 2-3 months.
I know, it's time. You better do it before we leave.
Yeah, it's time. Before we leave? Suppose I could.
I'm more reorganizing tomorrow after I do everything
I just got
do
to
on
find a
Sunday,
place to put all the
Saturday.
trains when I clean. I just figured I'd wait when I get more storage. I can take all the trains off, and then I would just do it in all swoop. I'm going to replace a bunch of that track over there and reline up those platforms over there. And then I can start looking at maybe putting in some scenery. But there's like 3-4 trains coming out in the next 2 months. I am staying with Maryland, but I do like A4s. I mean, I stick with the Maryland system, but Stefan, I clean my tracks 2 ways. I have a hand cleaner thing I developed myself, and I also have track cleaning cars. So what I do is I send the track cleaning cars out, and they clean the tracks a bit. Then I get the hand bit out and really scrub them down, and then I send the vacuum car out to pick up any residue. So I've got.
Yeah, if there was a train to do the job, Anthony would buy it.
You say that so dismissively. So.
Oh, he's taking you on a field trip.
Looking like a teacher. All right, with the handshakes there. I don't know if you can see them. There are my 3 Lux cleaning cars. Those 3 cars. One is a vacuum, one is the outer rail cleaner, and the third one is the inner rail cleaner, the third rail cleaner. So those 3 yellow cars, those are my cleaning cars. And then Joyce would have to hand it to me. Open, is it the second one or the third one? Second one. Start with second one. There it is, right there, the big wooden block. And then the other thing I do, this is a hard foam rubber. It's foam, or rubberized foam rubber. It's got give to it. But I take this and I go by hand, and this just really cleans them well. And you can put a little rail conditioner on this, which I do. It soaks in. And then I just go along the track like this. But I haven't hand cleaned this since before Christmas. I've run the vacuum cars a couple of months ago, but my especially that right side where more trains run, that definitely needs a hard cleaner. But this, just a little block of wood. This came in some packaging, and so I just cut it into squares. You can see this one probably needs to be replaced because all the cleaning it's kind of cut into the foam rubber after time. And then I run the vacuum cleaner car on it. So that is my cleaner. Doobie-doobie-doo. Well, okay. Hey, Edward, I'll show you this one. Okay,
This is my third rail, my inner rail cleaner. So it's just got a little rubbing thing right here. So this is the third rail that it guides it, and then this is the cleaner. And this just, this vibrates a little bit back and forth. It's on a spring, so it's not too much pressure, so it vibrates. And it does a pretty good job.